Atlanta, live from K.L.P. Studios. Ever wonder what went down behind the scenes of our top stories?
Say what?
Then tune into What Had Happened Was, the only radio station that takes you straight to the source. From coast to coast, tune in now as we dive deep into the stories, the drama, and the moments that shape the culture with
The swanky one, new K.L.P.
and
with your girl, Evelyn Letitia.
live, Swanky 93.3 and the Heat 94.6 radio stations, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Now, y'all don't know who produced the show?
Yeah.
We do this.
Actually, the 3 minutes might not be a bad idea to upload.
Shoot program. That could be on clip by itself. Like, God darn it. What does we do? Like, that could be a clip by
Yeah,
itself.
that could be.
Yeah. But let's get into it.
Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Here it goes.
Sponsored by Carmex.
CarMax. Hey.
What had happened was
Carmex.
Oh.
No ashy lips.
Yeah.
Not the Carmex.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
what had happened was
Welcome back, y'all, to the What Had Happened Was podcast. Make sure you follow that on Facebook and WHHW Radio 1 on Instagram.
what had happened was
I'm your girl, Evelyn Letitia, with my homeboy, Kennedy Patterson.
Boy, howdy.
And you're tuned in to the baddest,
what had happened was
most glorious
what had happened was what had
podcast
happened was
in the
what
land.
had happened was
Now put your hands together.
what had happened
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Boy, howdy. Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting podcast here today.
what had happened was
That's the show that you were tuned in.
Yes, sir.
Happy spring, happy March. It is the week after spring break. We hope everyone stayed safe.
Yes.
Wherever your travels have endured for you to go, we hope that you guys stay safe. You know, a lot of people ask me what I did for spring break. I was working. I was filming. I was podding. We don't stop. My vacation don't start until my birthday, and that's in May. So I got a month and a half to wait.
And we do what we gotta do so we can do all the stuff we want to do later.
Amen to
So
that.
not just a vacation, but multiple vacations.
Amen to that. Amen
Gotta put
to
in
that.
the work first.
Yes.
Right.
But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls. We hope that everyone is having a glorious day and a glorious week. And if you tune into last week's episode, that episode was pretty good.
It was.
Now this episode, I got my Jesus shirt on. I'm feeling good, looking a little small. You know? Shout out to Change Church. They sell these type of shirts. It says "Goated" on the back, but I love this shirt. It's actually pretty. Feels kind of nice.
Wearing your Jesus piece.
Right, Jesus piece. Now, before we get to the nitty and gritty of the show, thank y'all for staying tuned for the show. You guys watched us on Instagram. The full show is out on Instagram, and Snip is on Instagram. Also, you can hear us on Spotify for video, Apple Podcasts, to which Apple Podcasts. They're on our way to have our video versions on their platform. It just takes a little minute. They announced it to every podcast creator out there around the world. If you have a podcast video version, they're going to have the video version on it on their app. It's just we have to wait for it.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, thank you all so very much. We're climbing up our followers on social media, and you know each clip that we do is more than about 300 views, right? It's pretty good. That's insane.
Y'all be viewing.
They be viewing it and they love it. Now, before we get to the topics of conversation, we like to chat in and check in. What's been going on since last week?
Well,
what had happened was
because spring is here, that means
Yes.
got to be back outside doing work.
Yeah.
Maybe I was like, oh dang, can this grass just give me like 2 or 3 more weeks?
Oh, yeah.
So doing yard work, I'm in the process right now. I get some quotes to get my deck upgraded and stuff like that because I really want to be able to use it. If not this spring, at least by late summer, fall.
Yeah.
You got to
Big money moves.
Money. You got to save the money, the root the money. So doing that, and just still taking care of myself physically. Finish Ramadan. I like I told people I'm not Muslim, but I read upon it and I was like, okay, I want to have a disciplined see if I can do this for the amount of days. And it started like February 17th and it ended March 19th.
Right.
And then I was able to get that going and everything. So I'm like, okay, I did that. and I felt good.
Yeah.
The biggest adjustment was when daylight savings kicked in.
Oh yeah.
Because we lost an hour, you know, and then in the spring it means that the days are a lot longer. So my fasting window, because I can't have any intake during the daylight hours, my fasting windows are a lot longer.
Right.
So it was much more pressing to not want to get a snack or something.
Yeah.
Because in the fall, like when I started in February on the 17th, it got dark around 6:45 p.m. Right? So like right when I'm starting to get hungry, ooh, it's dark. Time to eat.
Time to eat.
Now it'll get dark close to 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you talk about I never understood that. When you lose an hour, it stay lighter like almost 3 hours later.
Yeah.
You know? So like that's been a struggle, but I made it through. I made it, but God.
But God.
I made it through, so I'm super proud of that.
Oh,
and
I love it.
Just staying active with basketball.
Yeah.
We start back up with flag football here soon.
Oh, lit. That's gonna be fun.
So
That's
I'm
gonna
going back, you know, playing center and quarterback and being one of receivers, all that kind of stuff. You know, we got plays that we were running. So
that's awesome.
I
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Spring's in the air.
Spring is in the air.
Going to the gym, looking good, doing my thing. With my car's a drop top, so every moment I get, let's take this on down real quick.
Oh, I've been putting my little sunroof back and like
enjoy that spring.
But only when I'm driving. Now, if I go on and I'm gonna be pulled over somewhere or I'm in traffic, just kind of touch and go. No, because that pollen. Everything in my car will be yellow. No.
Yes. Not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
The policies.
Then speaking of pollen, that's the one of the things I hate about spring. Like. I love bees the honeybees, because they're the pollinators. So the big bumblebees too, they pollinate stuff that keeps our, ecosystem going.
Yeah.
I just hate that they have all this outside space to fly.
Yeah.
And they will pick right around your head and go zzz. I'm like, why would you do that to me? You could have been over there by that tree, but you come way over here, but we sit on my porch minding my business. And you just fly up, like you fly up on me. Now you said people run up on you. You fly up on me. I hate these bees in the springtime.
I hate the bees when it comes in your ear and they I call it they would want to kiss you because they be like.
I'm like, if you don't go somewhere, leave me alone. they be irking my nerve between them and cutting grass and irking my nerves because you got all this space out here.
I know
all this space. All I'm asking for is just to sit on my porch and enjoy this little bit of space that I got right here. Here you go. Zzz, zzz. I'm like, and don't let two bumblebees get to fighting. They be like a little ball doing this stuff. I'm like, all around your head. I'm like, so y'all couldn't fight over there.
It's like, I was here first. No, I was here first.
So y'all couldn't fight over there. Like, I be,
funny.
ooh. Yeah.
Spring is here.
What you got going on?
What I got going on? I got a lot going on.
Okay.
A lot of good stuff. Like I said last week, Daryl's on his way to Apple TV and Prime. That takes a minute. Can't wait for that. Filming a new movie for later. I won't say the year, but so I did this movie 5 years ago. It's called Guardians. So I'm remaking it.
Okay.
And I've been posting like little snippets here and there to get people excited. I think people are excited. I was able to get my spark back in filmmaking. We're writing the book, Dear Isaiah. The audiobook portion is the part I'm working on, and it's been very, very fantastic to do that. My day-to-day, as a technician and an audio engineer and database administrator as well. That's just something else that I do. That's been really, 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 really good. Getting ready to move next month. So very, very excited for that as well. And just enjoying life, enjoying spring. That's what I really got going on. Podcasting has been good. You guys been loving our show. And you also have been loving Coffee Talk presented by Spotify. So thank y'all so very much for that. Good show over there. You can listen to that show, but listen to this show first. Before you go there, come here. But it's been good. It's been good.
Oh.
Catch-up's been good. Jim's been jamming. A lot of people like, Kenny, you still look good. And I was like, yes, I know.
Don't I?
Don't I?
Don't I?
And I think it's a part of me because, a friend gave me some advice, and I think you've gave me some advice on this show too. I'm learning to let go of certain people that I know that God don't have for me. I told you about my old ex-gym crush that I had way back when, and I had another push forward after that. And I had to just learn to just be in myself and my alignment, and just kind of know, like, when you go to the gym, do it for you, right? They'll come eventually, right? They'll come up and they'll be like, hey, we missed that because I'm starting to glow. I'm starting to look a little different. Yeah. But if you pay them, no, never mind. You continue on with your journey. Something miracle happens.
That curiosity.
They come over and they say, hey, I know I rejected you, but I mean, you look good. So I'm going to try to, and then at that point, it'd be like, yeah, you're a little too late for that. But I'm very, very excited.
It's just a little too late.
A little too late, but it's been good. It's been a very, very good thing when it comes down to it. I've been feeling good. I've been feeling really, really good. So it's been quite exciting. Now let's get into the nitty and gritty. Ladies and gentlemen, what had happened was, now we've got some interesting topics that we're going to talk about here today. And I'm very, very excited to talk about this. Now let's get to the juicy first, right?
Juicy.
So if you guys know, our studios here in Atlanta. And I love Atlanta. Atlanta's very, very beautiful city, despite the traffic. Mm-hmm. Traffic is horrible. I didn't even tell you in last week's episode that I took my mom out for PF Chains in Atlanta. Had a good time. We dropped her. We dropped her off. Bye, hug. Love you. Hit the road. 285. I was in traffic for about 50 minutes, just sitting there. A car had an accident. 4-car pile up. It's been a long, and it was a Sunday, long day. I got home, took my clothes off, I went straight to bed. And then I got up around like 7. I took a nap. So despite Atlanta being beautiful, the traffic is horrific.
Yes.
Magic City.
Cousins of where the girls get naked.
Yeah. Magic City responds to criticism over Atlanta Hawks partnership. They say that Magic City night won't feature nudity, which makes sense because we all know what Magic City is, right? Yeah. At a Hawks game, where it's a
for someone who don't,
that's a good point.
It is strip club.
Yeah.
With exotic dancers.
Yes, you got Blue Flame, you got Magic City, you got Strokers. I forgot the other one that's here in Atlanta.
They didn't leave no imagination. This is Strokers.
Yeah. I think that's like one of the small ones. I think Magic City's the bigger one, and then Blue Flame is like medium, but like a lot of celebrities go to that one, and then Strokers is like the. Yeah. So I wanted to read blog posts from some of the players now. I believe this is a Spurs player, Luke Cornett, of course, that was their opponent that night for Magic City night. Here is the read here, and this is based off quoted by his blog on the Shade Room as well. This is what they say. This week, Atlanta Hawks announced the special one-night collaboration to celebrate the city's, and I'm just going over so I can read, to celebrate the city's iconic cultural institution, Magic City. Now, I get that it's a strip club.
But
culturally here in Atlanta,
there's so many songs that you hear it mentioned. There's so many music videos that's been shot in there.
Yes.
There's so many video vixens that have come out of Magic City.
Yes.
So it's deeply enriched in the culture.
It is. So you got to think about it. And I get why players could be offended. Some players may not be like, ugh, I don't think I like this.
Yeah.
But it's sales. A lot of these companies like Magic City and the Atlanta Hawks, because I've been to Atlanta Hawks games about 3 times, and besides Outcast Night, Big Boy and them, they were there. They sold a lot of tickets. But if the Hawks game just have a normal game, you may not see a whole lot of people buying a ticket. So they have to collaborate with this kind of stuff to get butts and seats. That's an expression.
Butts.
Yeah, pun intended. But in production, when I've done sports production, we always say, okay, how do we get butts and seats? So I get it. Now, during the team's home game against Orlando, they were going against Orlando, not the Spurs, on Monday, March 16th. In this press release, the Hawks failed to acknowledge that this place is as the business itself boasted, Atlanta's premier strip club, given this fact. And this is Luke Cornett saying, I would like to respectfully ask that the Atlanta Hawks cancel this promotion night with Magic City. The NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom who work diligently every day to make the best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that's protective and respectful of our daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. Now, I won't read because it's a big post that he did. This goes two ways. Mm-hmm. So the business in me thinks that this is a great idea if it's going to sell tickets, right? It's sink or swim, right? Not just with the Atlanta Hawks, because Atlanta Hawks got Arthur Blank and millionaires back in investment. They're going to be straight. But a lot of these other companies have to think about, how do we make the most money without getting canceled, without going out of business? Because you think about it, and I've noticed this in a lot of businesses, it's collaboration, or you have to fight, and then you're going to sink, and then you go out of business, and then you do have job layoffs, right? That's why I see that this could be a good idea. But I also agree with Luke Carnet's part, because we want to protect our daughters. We want to protect our sisters, right? We want to protect our mothers and our girlfriends, or whoever the leading lady is out there in the world. We want to protect them for this, because it's strip clubs. They're lustful, right? If you're in your teachings, you know that lust is something that you don't really want to be endowed so much in. But it happens, right? It happens more ways than you think. Not just at Magic City, but it happens on social media, right? I'm learning to filter all that stuff out on my social media, because back then, when I would open up Instagram, it's a young lady, twerking for the gram.
I'm sorry about that. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Did you open up and saw me twerking?
I'm just kidding. I mean, I've seen it. Back then, now I had to filter out some of these things. I do think Atlanta Hawks, again, I see both ways with this. I really do. And both parties are right when it comes down to it. But I think a lot of basketball leagues and teams, they're thinking creatively, how do we get butts in seats, right? And it may not be Lakers or OKC or Raptors, right? The big team, and all these teams are big, but like the bigger teams, they may not have to do so much collaboration, but let's say Hawks, or I'm trying to think of a team that's out there, but that Orlando Jazz, right? Or I'm thinking of other teams that are out there they're huge, but they're not that big that everybody's not paying attention to. It's gonna come back to me, guys, I promise. But smaller teams like that, they are finding creative ways to, again, they got to make money somehow. Mm-hmm. Very, very interesting story. Very, very interesting story.
My take is a little different.
Yeah.
And people might be surprised by my take.
Ooh.
Like, for one, he's saying we want to protect our daughters and our women, and the first thing that came to my mind was protect them from what?
That's a good point.
The reason I asked that question is because the women who are at these, who are exotic dancers, they're there majority of the time because they want to be. That is their income. Whether or not society looks down on what they do to make their money, that's one thing. But a lot of them aren't there because they're being forced to be.
Yeah.
Mind you, a lot of them not there because they're being forced to be. And then you got to look at, you're so wanting to protect women and children. Why do these places exist? Who is the major clientele of these places?
Yes.
Men.
Men.
So why you getting on here acting like you're some knight in shining armor and I want to protect women's values and their honor and all this kind of stuff? It ain't women who you should be focused on, because these places only exist because the majority of the people that go there are men. I've been to strip clubs, right? The few times that I've gone was with a partner who was a man, and we had, private dance or whatever.
Yeah.
Or when I got ready to get married, we went with my bachelorette party, and we went to have a good time. But it was more about the drinks and food and stuff,
Yeah.
So it's different reason why people go to the strip club. But for you to say, oh, you're trying to protect women and girls and stuff like that, I'm like, protect from what?
Right. And
because the men are the ones keeping these places alive. And then to make this statement, you don't even know what they're going to do yet.
Yeah.
No one knows. Like, all we know right now is that Magic City is having a sponsor night.
Yeah.
And they've already said that no nudity or anything is shown. If they had dancers come out fully clothed, what would be the difference of them dancing seductively than the cheerleaders?
That's a good point.
Who's like, and I said that yesterday when we had our table. When we was at the tournament, not yesterday, but when we was at the tournament. A few weekends ago at the SEC tournament, and the cheerleaders came walking through for like USC cheerleader and stuff. Yeah. And one of the girls that plays basketball with us through Game Changer, she used to be a cheerleader, and she said, "I promise you, our skirts never were that short." Yeah,
they get shorter and shorter
this
each year.
Girl,
like, whoa!
When I said them things were this short, her cheeks was just dangling and jiggling, and I was just like, I said, see her because she's on a smaller frame of body, they accept that in her. I said, if I was to put on that same outfit right now, police would be over here accosting me because they would say I'm indecent in public. So if they have a sponsor night and they have women that's dancing seductively but they fully clothed, what makes them any different than the cheerleaders who are half naked? Yeah. Dancing, doing the same routines. I would say, like, yes, it's a big, we hear the word Magic City and we're like, oh gosh, there's going to be some stripper type stuff going on. But as of right now, no one even knows what their sponsor night will entail. Yeah. And you can't say, like, how we said it's ingrained in the culture. And, like, most people know, even though it's probably not a lifestyle you want to do for the rest of your life because we all age, nobody want to see somebody who started out stripping in their 20s still on the pole at 50-something, right? Yeah. But it's still, we know it makes money. Hell, when I worked at the hospital, even now, sometimes I get frustrated on working and stuff. I'm like, you know what? I can go make more money in Magic City because I know I know my worth if I was to get up there and do a little dance for y'all. Like, I know, right?
Or what makes you different from girls who do OnlyFans?
Right?
Or the showgirls in Vegas. I remember when we went to Vegas, I've seen some things.
Yeah. So like you said, from a business standpoint, yes, they're trying to get butts in the seat. But I think also Magic City knows, even though they're an adult entertainment business, they know that if this is an Atlanta Hawks game, not to cross a line because there's still kids and it's a family event. Yeah. But like as of right now, no one even knows what they're going to be doing. And y'all all up in arms because the name Magic City is tied to the sponsor night. But if you're gonna get up here talking about protecting women and children, let's talk about all the women and children who are sexually assaulted and the men go unpunished. There's no justice. Or about the victims who come forward and y'all say, no, they lying. My homeboy would never do that. Her cousin would never do that. Her father would never do that. Like, you want to talk about protecting women and children? You got a whole lot more people to go through than worry about Magic City on a sponsor night. Yeah. That there's not going to be any nudity, and you don't even know what that entails yet. So I think it's just like...
And I bet a lot of Atlanta celebrities come out to that, too. Like, again, that's more revenue that's coming in that building.
Yeah, I was like, you wanted to say something profound, and you got your little 15 minutes or whatever. Yeah. You know, probably more because I don't even know. The thing is, I don't even know who that player is, to be honest. Like, so when you said his name, I'm like, who?
Yeah, he plays for Spurs.
And not trying to diminish who he is, but I'm just saying I don't even know who that is. But of course, anything you say associated with this Magic City thing is going to get you a little bit of press, right? But I'm just like, when you talking about protecting women and children and girls and stuff like that.
Yeah. And this is the business aspect of it too, because it's also on the Shade Room. They're advertising. They know how to get us here in Atlanta. They got
some wings all flat. Some wet lemon pepper wings all flat.
They know how to get us. They do. They got
what
us.
What they said?
So they have this
fried
post. Hard. So by the time the episode aired, Magic City would have been within that week. So of course, Hawks versus Magic for Magic City. Okay, I see three businesses from this. Okay. Hawks versus Orlando Magic. That's one business, right? Because now Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
They're selling wings. These wings look kind of scrumptious in this photo. I'm sure they're going to have some very tasty wings.
That's business. Wet and fried hard.
Wet, fried hard. That's business number two. And they're selling, actually there's four. Magic City, the strip club. That's a business. And the fourth one, this really swanky looking hoodie. It might be too hot for this hoodie though. Hopefully it gets cooler.
Well, I would say inside the arenas they keep it really cold. When I was at the tournament, I'm glad I went back to my car and got my jacket before I went down there.
That's true.
Yeah, it was cold.
That's true. Because I remember when WWE came to town, it was cold in there. Yeah. So and then that's four. That's a business day. That's merchandising. So when I mentioned that, I kind of get it from a business. That's because some people are going to buy some of these wings here, especially if you're in Atlanta and you don't like wings. Come on. People from Atlanta, they're going to buy a Magic City hoodie. to
and
wear in this club.
Don't let one of the exotic dancers that everybody favorite be there taking pictures of people. And I guarantee the same people that protect women and girls, they be the first people in line ready to take a picture with their favorite stripper.
Yeah. Or a famous celebrity that's there, right?
Yeah.
Let's say if T.I. comes out, right? Because he's on fire right now. T.I. comes out for this event. I bet you that player there's T.I. Let me see if I can get a picture.
Yeah.
Post on my Instagram. Hey, yeah, that's my guy, T.I. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I see it as a business opportunity. I get it when it comes down to lust. I get it. But I also see it from a business aspect too. Like you said, Evelyn, there's no difference from women who are doing OnlyFans, showgirls that are out in Vegas, right? I just think you got to look at it from a business point of view when it comes down to it. I know it's a little, some people may not agree with that, but that's just how it is. Yeah. So it is one of those things.
It's like that, and that's the way it is.
It is, and these celebrities are going to come out to it, right? They're going to come out. What if Will Smith came out to this thing?
Mm-hmm.
What had happened was,
I don't know if he will or not, but the latest in Will Smith. Mm-hmm. Okay, Will Smith. You remember the Oscars a couple years ago?
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Yeah, it was a G.I. Jane joke. So Will Smith and Chris Rock, they're reportedly set for a one-on-one interview with ABC News. Let me tell you, ABC News is going to make bank from this.
Yeah. People going to tune in.
I'm going to watch it.
We going to talk about it too in this podcast. Best believe.
ABC know what they doing.
And somebody better watch it so we can talk about it. I want to get on him like, hey, did you watch?
I promise.
No, not yet.
Yeah, I promise. So my initial reaction, I think the conversation is needed. Mm-hmm. What I think, this is not going to happen. Chris Rock need to get his lick back. Like, hey.
When you say get licked back, you mean like to literally slap Will Smith back? That's what you want.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that may be right or wrong, but like a freebie. Like you see.
So do you think Will would be like, hey man, that's to put this behind us, I'm going to go ahead and let you get your one and just put that chin out like that. You think Will would do that?
I don't think Will will, but if I hit somebody and it was my fault, and that if that's truly the only way we can sell it, it might hurt me like hell. But like, hey,
well, let's call it even.
Let's in WWE. Yeah, I'm a wrestling fan, guys. That's what's called a receipt. When you hit somebody unintentionally, here's that receipt. Now I gotta have my lick back. Yeah. Right. That's just how I would do it if I mistakenly like really punch somebody, really sock somebody. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, you're gonna have to hit me back, man. That's how you get your receipt. Mm-hmm. I'll never hit somebody bigger than me because when that lick back comes in one swollen and bigger than me, that's gonna hurt, right? I think that should happen. Will it happen? No. I don't think Will Smith is gonna allow Chris Rock to do that.
Well, and if they do sit down and talk, just because they're sitting down and talking with, you said ABC?
ABC News.
Just because they're sitting down and talk with ABC News, that may be the first time we as a collective public see them sit down and talk to them. But we don't know if they've had any correspondence behind the scenes prior to. Yeah. I remember when the slap happened, Will did an interview shortly thereafter, and he was asked, had him and Chris Rock talked. He said that he had reached out, but he didn't get any response. But that was way early back. It's been some years now. It's been some years, right? Yeah. So who knows whether they've actually have had the conversation and stuff behind closed doors. And this is the first time publicly they're having this joint interview, type deal. Yeah. So it'll be something else to see, but I definitely will watch and tune in.
I know. That slap was significant too.
It also showed how fickle fan bases in society are, and how even if you can walk the finest line, Will Smith had a 30+ year reputation of being squeaky clean, upstanding, and this one moment, people try to let that define his entire legacy. Yeah,
cancel, because we're still sort of in cancel culture too. So like, I mean, I don't think Will Smith got canceled from this, but like he was on the cuffs.
And I think he's bounced back. His show on was it Hulu? Well, he's an explorer or whatever. I can't think of the name of it right now.
I think it is Hulu with Discovery Channel.
Yeah,
that partnership.
It has been very popular. Yeah. Him going around the world and doing different things and stuff like that.
That I would love to do.
Yeah,
I'd love to do.
And it says something that yes, you should have emotional intelligence to not let something like that happen.
Yeah.
But it says something about humanizing these celebrities that y'all put on these pedestals. That, Will Smith, as squeaky clean and walking the line as he had been for 30 plus years, he is still human. Yeah. Type deal. Now, had he slapped me, there wouldn't be no sit down ever. It's just up. Yeah. I ain't gonna want to fight you or nothing, but you dead to me. Yeah. There's an individual who, back in 2017, we still share mutual friends. I'm a lot closer to them than this person is, I think, and I think this person thinks they're closer to them, like close with them, but they're not. Anyways, this person, we were building a friendship, and then this person's jealousy got the better of them, and I guess some other stuff. And this person tried to fight me in another friend's home at a Christmas party in front of everybody. And they was holding her back and stuff. And I was just standing there calm. I was like, all you got to do is touch me, baby. Like, we'll move some furniture. I don't want to tell nothing to nobody's house, but baby, don't. I bet right? You. And my thing is this. And since then, and I'm the type, when I say I'm deep in my Scorpio sign when I do this, I will, if it costs me my peace, and I'm no longer accepting you trying to like do that type of behavior to me, whatever, I will forget you exist. We can be in the same room and I won't speak to you. I won't say nothing to you. I would totally ignore you. So over the years since then, we've been in the same place, multiple times. Even this past month, I think we've been in the same place like 2 or 3 times. Yeah. And I don't say nothing to her. But she keeps trying. Like she'll say something. I'm like, the wind might have just blew past my ear. Because I'm like, and because my thing is this, you don't get a chance with physically harming me or even attempting to physically harm me and think we would be cool again. Yeah. Because my family and friends that have this closest to me know that if, so for instance, we're sitting in here, somebody bursts through that door right now, threatening to harm you, I go into protective mode, right? Yeah. I'm that type of person. Too. My friends have that same protection over me. So for me to call you for me to be building a friendship or us being friends, and then you decide to be the first person that's going to try to attack me, try to harm me, we will never be friends again. Right. Ever. Anything that we was trying to build, you might as well go ahead and kick them blocks down. Look, because it will never happen again. Ever. Like, no. There's too much going on in the world where friends end up killing friends and stuff. That young lady we talked about, her last name was Robinson. Remember they went over, I think, to Mexico or somewhere, and she ended up dying over there. And they all came back like it was nothing. Told her mom that something happened. It was grieving, and it turned out that they were fighting her, and she died. Yeah, this was a while ago. But I was like, people, that happens. Like these friend groups, people hurting each other. I'm never gonna give you an opportunity. Yeah. To try to hurt me, or tell me you're gonna hurt me, something, and you think, oh, well, I was just upset at that time. Like, let's just, do you forgive me? I forgive, but I don't ever forget, and we will never be cool, ever. And I've learned the best revenge I can get over anybody is to withdraw my attention from you.
Ooh, I like that.
That burns people up when I don't give them the attention that they're looking for. Yeah. Like. And that's one thing, like I hear a lot about, y'all Scorpios, y'all seek revenge. And revenge don't have to come in the form of me planning something and plotting something. I'm going to get you more. None of that. It ain't got to be all that. It ain't got to be me going to get some resources to booby trap your house like Home Alone. It ain't got to be none of that. The best revenge I get on people is ignore you exist. That eats people a lot, especially if we're in a room crowded with people. Yeah. And my personality, like, draws people already naturally. And people pick up on if I'm not talking to you. They pick up on it. Oh, yeah. Right? Yeah. And in their mind, they're like, you must have did some shit, because Evelyn is cool as shit, Yeah, but for her not to be speaking to you, now you must have effed up royalty. People realize that. And so you trying to talk to me and stuff, and I just have nothing for you. Like, that kills people more than anything. And some people might say it's petty. So no, you don't get a second chance of trying to harm me.
No.
And I used to give people so much benefit of doubt and grace in terms of allowing them to come back and try to. And then that's another thing, when people do certain offensive things, they come back thinking we can just say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and pick up where we left off. No, there has to be a whole rebuilding of trust.
Right.
You start back from ground zero, from the flow up.
Yeah.
Everything we built, you got to start back, because now I got to learn to trust you again.
Yeah.
Because we get to a certain closeness, I'm now trusting my life around you. I'm trusting that when I'm with you, you ain't bringing people around me that's gonna cause harm or put our freedom in jeopardy. None of that. None of my friends or family can say, when Evelyn with me, I worry about getting locked up. When Evelyn with me, I worried about getting shot at. When Evelyn with me, I worry about, flipping my car or her driving us into a ditch. They can't say that, because the safety of my family and friends around me matters to me, because I love them. Yeah. So the second you try to harm me, baby, it's up.
Yeah.
It's up.
Yeah. For me, if you try to, of course, hit me, punch me, but it's words too, because words are my love language. So like, if you say some off the wall things about me, towards me, to me, oh yeah, it's up. Like, you meant that when you said it.
Especially if I hear the jealousy of you saying, like, this same person, before that she tried to fight me at that time, like, the reason I quit talking to her, and at that point, it's been like a year or two that we've been kind of like in the same space with not talking. Yeah. A year or two before that is, she was making this big fuss about nothing that had nothing to do with her, and was trying to make it seem like I was angry about something, and I wasn't. And I was trying to talk. I said, "Hold on, I said you're taking this wrong." Like, and then in the midst of us talking about this one thing, she brings up, "Don't you need to be in the studio or something making music?" And I was making music at the time, but that had nothing to do with our conversation. But what it immediately told me, you have a jealousy of me pursuing my dreams and my talents. And those type people around you, when you're trying to pursue your dreams and talents and explore the gifts that you have, those type people are dangerous. Yeah. Because everything that you're trying to build, they're in the background secretly hoping on this downfall. Yeah. And some of them may even be plotting to have a hand in it. So you got to be careful. So like you said, some of the words people say, I'm like,
words hurt. Words hurt. I've had arguments for friends that like, that's why you love videos suck. I'm like, oh, that hurts.
Okay,
bet. So I've seen that. Look, we've heard and seen it all. But that's a good point. Hey, when you get hurt, that's it. We'll see what Will Smith and Chris Rock does when it comes down to it. I look forward to watching that interview.
I'll watch it.
Hopefully it's not scripted. Hopefully it's not. It is sort of planned, but nothing scripted. And hopefully it's raw. Hopefully it's real. Hopefully it's one of those things that it just gets you going, right?
And I wonder if Chris Rock has forgiven him. If he has, because we don't know yet what the interview will be about. Where does he stand with the brothers? Because you remember when it happened, Tony Rock, one of Chris's younger brothers, he was like, "No, we got to see fam." Like he was ready to fight Will Smith, with him and some of the other brothers. Yeah. So like, has he reconciled with Chris, or has he reconciled with Chris and the brothers? Like what's going on? Because they have Tony Rock has a relationship with Will Smith as well. Yeah. Because when they did All of Us, he was on that show that Will and Jada, executive produced. Right. Because it was based off of their story, their life, right? Right. So I just wonder if that'll be brought up too, like whether or not, he's reconciled with them as well.
I don't know. Things are getting stressful when it comes down to celebrities and them getting punched and disrespected in on, Speaking of stress.
What had happened was...
You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
So we found this to be very interesting to talk about on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And I wanted to talk about this because this is something that I felt that I was feeling at first. Now, if you guys know, I'm rocking my Jesus shirt today. I was able to find my faith with God. So I don't believe in this so much anymore, but here's the study. This is from Spiritual Word, Instagram. They're good. They post some very thoughtful things. New study says men ages 25 to 35 who feel time is running out are among the most stressed. Now, I used to feel this way because if you guys know, if you don't know, this year is the year I turned 30.
Come on, big 3-0.
Big 3-0. And coming from this time last year, or a little bit earlier than that, I've had different positions, job positions that I'm no longer serving, things that I thought was going to work out, they didn't quite work out, and I had to change up a lot of things. And then I got in my mind that, man, what am I doing, right? I feel that I'm running out of time. I feel like I'm not being successful at ABCD. And it allowed me to be stressful, right? Because I showed stress for me, stress for my family members, stress to my parents, stress to my friends. And then after that, my sister got me going to church. And that's how I kind of alleviate all the stress moments that we go through. I think we have a desire to be successful and things have to be accomplished it could be because of the world's changing, society's changing, the environment's changing. I do believe in global warming, right? Things are changing. So we're in this mind space where we have to do it now and correctly, and it has to be right, and it has to be done. You got to have it figured out at age 29. But I'm on the impression, ladies and gentlemen, that you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't. Right. We were taught in my faith that, hey, by 30, you need to have 2 kids and a wife and a big house and a mortgage and a nice car and a nice job and making 6-7 figures. Like you got to do it or you failed in life. And there are some men that are still thinking that. And that's why that study came out, 25 to 30, because they're taught that all of these things has to happen. Right? And I'm here to tell and I know this study says for men, but I'm saying it for my ladies too. You don't have to have everything figured out. Right? I would say at 29, about to be 30, I still don't have a lot of things figured out. Right? I'm still confused. But I'm okay with it because I'm just taking my time. You ever feel that way that you're trying to figure some things out?
For me, it's not figuring it out. There's been times where, like, with the entertainment side of everything, I'm like, dang, I feel like I should be further along. Especially when certain people I started this business with, and we've been on projects like, 10 years ago we did some projects, and now they're, in big Netflix stuff, and known like worldwide stuff. Sometimes I'm like, damn, am I doing enough? I don't feel like, maybe I'm not. And I have to tell myself, you are on your own journey. They are on their own journey. Just because theirs look like it's moving faster, that's still their journey. Yeah. Because you don't know, just because it's moving faster, you don't know what the longevity is going to be. Just because yours is moving slower, you don't know what the longevity is going to look like. That's true. But I use myself as my own measurement, where I am today. Even when I sometimes feel like, dang, I should be further along, I'll say, girl, you're not 40 yet. And you've been on television, you've been in films, you traveled this place, you've been all these places, you've did tours and this and that. You've been a project manager on this big, when I start to look at my resume, I said, girl, I'm her. I have to remind myself that I have to look, and that sound, I don't want that to sound conceited, but I have to remind myself sometimes that where I am, I'm where I'm supposed to be, regardless of whether, it looked like I ain't there fast enough, whatever. Yeah. And that's where we get bogged down sometimes. Instead of us being tunnel vision on our journey, we tend to look over at other people and see what they doing. And if they're a little bit ahead of us, or they doing something that you want to do and you ain't got there yet, now you're trying to speed up. Yeah. And you're missing places where you're supposed to stop and rest a little bit here so you can regroup and get this more solidified and then move on. You miss out on things that are meant for you when you're watching everybody else. But when you truly are focused on your path, enjoying the journey, learning along the way, it's easy to look back and say, oh, I am making moves.
Yeah. I've learned that. I've seen that within the last few months where, my big movie, which coming at Apple TV and Prime, by the way. Yeah. Movies like that's hitting. Music's going really good. progressing in more job skills like being a technician and an audio engineer. I never thought I would do that.
Yeah.
I thought I was just the business guy in film, but now I'm taking kind of a not a complete direction, but just kind of like I'm just gonna shift right here just a little bit, and now I'm learning a lot of things when it comes down to it. And I look at it, and a lot of my friends is like, yeah, you got a lot going on. I was like, well, and I took a step, I looked back at it like, yeah, I do got a lot going on, a lot of good stuff going on, right? Yeah. Versus a lot of friends that I went to college with. And one friend, shout out to him, I guess we're still friends. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was
ex.
I mean, there's no hatred. His name's Miles, and he's the villain that got beat up in Reasonable Doubt. He was like the dude that was kind of.
Oh, okay.
He was like the mean. I don't want to say.
I know you.
But yeah, that's Miles Evans, and cool guy, film guy. But we went to college together. And now he's been, branching out, doing his thing. And it's like, oh, okay, well, we went to college together. We had the same film class, and I worked on this film project. Why am I not in that space? Yeah. But like you said, it may not be my path to go the way Miles went, right?
And then
I might have to go different.
And then there's other variables that come with that.
Yeah.
Right? Y'all may have started the same place, but his team is different than your team.
That is true.
His hours that he puts in his craft may be different. Doesn't mean it's better or worse, but maybe different. So there's things along our journeys that are going to shape how we are.
Yeah.
If y'all had the exact same team, the exact same work ethic, the exact same schedules, and then he's pulling your head, then I would question, okay, now, how he over there and I'm over here? Well, we got the exact same template, literally verbatim.
Yeah.
How is that different, you know? Then I would question some stuff, but like those are other factors that people have to think about. It's easy to see other people's outcome and then try to measure or question your own when you don't know everything, the equation that came to that, all the variables that played a part of that outcome and what's happening. So yeah.
But to everybody out there, it's okay to not have everything figured out.
Look, there's plenty of even when I live in the upstate. There's some people I collaborate with. There's some people I have not collaborated with. There's some people that ask me. They ask me to collaborate, but I always question whether it's sincere because you can't ask me to collaborate, but ask me last minute.
Yeah.
And then because my schedule doesn't allow for me to do last minute.
Yeah.
Now I'm not a part of this thing that you got all these other people, and so people will ask me, well, why aren't you on so and so thing? Blah blah. Oh, because so and so told me. Asked me could I be on the table read the night before the table read,
right?
And didn't even tell me what the table read for, and then boom, the next thing I saw or see is, oh, we got this play we're going up, and these are all the people, and it's all the people from the table read, right? So then it leaves you with, did you really want me to be a part of it, or did you just ask me last minute so that when people ask you, well, did you ask? Yeah, I asked her. She said no. But what you're not telling them is you asked me last minute.
Right.
And then you didn't even explain what it was for, nothing.
Yeah. I don't jump on anything
so,
last
So
minute
that's why I'm like, and it's not even like I can't, like if my schedule was open, I could have. But I had class the next day and everything that slot, so I couldn't.
Right.
And you asked me again less than 24 hours before, Yeah. So it's like, but yeah, there's been times when people ask me, well, why don't you work with these people? I said, you know what? I don't get jealous because I see a whole bunch of people that I know personally working together. I just tell myself I'm not meant to be a part of that project.
Right, that's true.
And it doesn't affect me negatively because I also know how far my reach goes outside of Greenville.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not, there's some people, even though a lot of people in the upstate are collaborating together, some of their reach is very limited. And so, you see them in a lot of those projects back to back, but then outside of those projects, you don't see them in other stuff.
That's
and
true.
So mine is a little bit more expensive, and with my production team that I'm with 1334 out of Charlotte, we are building something special.
I can't wait to see
it. And I'm this is one of the first times, and I've been doing a lot of production and acting stuff since 2015. And I told them, I said, y'all gonna get tired of me saying this or complimenting y'all because I feel like I got my back has been gotten, like I don't operate fully in the role that I was placed in without having to think, oh, did they do that?
Yeah.
Oh, God, or getting nervous because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to take on that department too because I know they left this out. But people have been on top of their roles.
I love it.
We flow together so well. Someone just commented on my TikTok. The last promo we did for Aggie Pride.
Yeah.
Someone said, "This looks so good. I thought it was AI." Like the one who was outside and the girl, you know, the 3 women. Someone said, "This is such amazing footage. I thought it was AI." I said, "Nope. Just great talent and a great crew." And
I want to meet your cinematographer too.
To think, we did that. We had a block set from 8 to 2 is when we were supposed to do it. Yeah. And because of the weather delay, because it was snowing today, so we're waiting for people trying to get here. We didn't even get cams, because we wanted cams up at 9. We didn't even get cams up to 10. So we actually filmed that from about 10 a.m. and we were wrapped by like 1:15. Oh, wow. So that lets you know just how connected we all were, how everyone was in professional mode, how we moved, how people took direction well, how many takes we had to do, because the talent, the women all came in. Our director had rehearsed with them the week before and in a few days before. How well oiled our machine is, because we collaborate in such a great way. But yeah, I'm gonna have to introduce you.
Yeah. That cinematography lit.
Especially when we get to start filming, we may need some other cam ops.
Hey, you know how to reach me.
You in this hand.
Yeah, no, I keep hitting the table.
I'm gonna have to make Kennedy sit on them hands when we
tape it to the table.
Because if it ain't him hitting the mic, it's him. These fingers on the desk. I was like, oh, that echo. Yeah, but when we get to our new studio, the top won't be like this, so it'll be
Yeah, that's coming too.
Right,
by
knock
the way.
away, hit that granite.
It'll be like pop.
Yeah,
but you don't have to have everything figured out. That's where I was like, where we left off.
Look, child, we was talking.
We were. Y'all like the conversations that we have in the show for sure. But on that note, that is it for us.
You don't have to have everything figured out, but what you better figure out is how to follow our podcast.
We're so goofy.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, WHHW Radio 1, and What Had Happened Was podcast on Facebook.
What had happened was...
You can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. I am your girl, Evelyn Letitia, with my homie, Kennedy Lucas Patterson.
Boy, howdy.
Yes, make sure you tune in week to week while we speak on all kind of current events, all kind of topics in the headlines.
What had happened was...
Tell your friend to tell a friend to come back and see us. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir, boys and girls.
What had happened was...
Deuces.